Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So last year I remember buying my dad from Waitrose. Some of you might remember it, but it was a box similar to this, and it had, I think it was more than 4 boxes, but in each box was a different chocolate. It was a different dark chocolate. And I remember thinking then, oh, I thought that was a great idea. And I had in my little notebook, Waitrose box. So I had a look at that and it reminded me to make it. So this is my version of that. If I can find a picture of the Waitrose ones, I'll add it into the blog post when I do that. But it's a really lovely little way to just gift some chocolates. I think this would be really good for Secret Santa. So the chocolates cost me £1 each. So it's an inexpensive gift as well. Now the ones in here are all the same, but I am going to be changing them. So each box is individual, and I've used some lovely pattern paper and covered all of that, and then open it up. And these ones are a limited edition winter gingerbread dairy milk. I haven't tried them. I've been very, very good, and I haven't tried these at all, but they do fit in there really nicely. And like I said, just thought it was a nice way to gift a chocolate. These boxes are nice on their own as well. You might just want this one, you know, to pop in a stocking. Maybe you've got the chocolate bar or similar, and you can just do a couple of these, pop some ribbon around them and put them in the stocking with other gifts. So it's kind of two tutorials in one, and then they all slide back into their little box there. I mean, it's kind of a little storage thing as well. You might have maybe some die cuts and stamped images and things like that. This could be something that you could, you know, store them in, or maybe send us some friend mail. And then the belly band does fit, it's nice and snug, but it goes in from the bottom like so. Now I have got a playlist with quite a few chocolate bar tutorials, so I'm going to link that one now because there are some more. So you might have some slightly bigger chocolate bars and you're kind of thinking, oh, I don't know what to do with them. Check that out because you might get some more inspiration. But this one's very straightforward to make, so let me show you how. So I'm using the Christmas Tales paper pad by Dovecraft, and I'll try and share some links in the description box below. So we'll make the boxes first. You'll want 4 pieces of 7 3/4 by 8. And first of all, along the 7 3/4 side, you're going to score at 3 1/8, 3 5/8, 6 3/4, and 7 1/4. So then along the 8-inch side, you want to score at 1/2 inch, 7 inches, and 7 1/2. Okay, so that's the score lines there. Like I said, do that 3 more times if that's how many you want. The boxes are great on their own as well. Then you want to fold and burnish all of the score lines. Okay, so if you have the 2 1/2-inch tabs on your right hand side, and then you should have 1 1/2-inch tab on the bottom and 2 1/2-inch tabs on the top. So starting along the bottom, you're just going to cut up all of those score lines just to the first one there. And then if you just take a little wedge off of the corners, like so. You then want to completely remove that square in the corner there. And now we'll work along this side. So if you come up, you'll see you've got 4 little squares there. If you just cut up to the first score line, so you've freed up the 2, cut right down and just take that away completely. And again, I've just cut a little angle off of that end, and I'll do it off there as well. So we've got that tab. Then we're going to work now around here. So you've got the 2 pieces, and you're going to cut down past the first score line down to the second, and then just remove that one completely. So now we've got this section, and then you want to cut down those 2, and then, you know, past the 2 score lines. Sorry, I should have said there, but you just want to free up this section here. Then you want to remove these 2. So keep this little square one, but just remove this whole piece here. So I'm going to fold that one back so I can get my scissors in there. Remove the score line and just take that one away. Then you should be able to easily now take away that top one. So you're left again with a little square tab like this. And then you've got these 2 pieces here. This is going to be the lip that you will, you know, help you close the box, keep it locked. So I'm going to take a little bit off of these. Don't take loads, just a little bit, because you do want them to kind of wedge themselves closed like so. And then just a little bit off there. So if I just lay this one down, so that's the top, that's the closure. See, we've got the two long pieces and then your little tabs at the bottom. Should have a long tab along the side and then two little squares. This is all cut out, and then the two here. I'll just hold that there so you can kind of pause or take a screenshot. Next, we're going to add glue all down that side there, and then fold that over. So I've got the two folded over there, and then fold that panel right over and just burnish that. Make sure that's all secure. I always like to fold my box back that way, and that ensures that it's going to be square when we go to stick down the sides. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom first. So just pop one of them down, one of the long ones. I like to add glue all along there, and then just stick down the sides. Pop a little glue on top, and then just close that one up. And if you grab yourself a ruler and just pop that in there, just spread that all out like so. And then I've got one of those chocolate bars, and I'm just going to slide that in there and just fold in that kind of the end of the wrapper, I guess, and it will perfectly fit in there. And then the idea is that this will just lock itself in. If it's too snug, then take a little bit off the edges again, but I think, like I said, I do want it to lock in. There we go. You see, it's kind of like self-closing. They do fit. I think the wrappers on some of them, there's more wrapper than on others, but that's fine. That's all secure. And then I'm going to decorate the front and the back with this paper, and then the sides with these little strips here. So you'll want two pieces of 2 7/8 by 6 1/4, the front and back. And then I've got these strips here, which are 1/4 inch by that 6 1/4, and they're going to go on the sides there. If you do want them to look like, you know, actual book titles, maybe, you know, of some favourite books, whoever you're giving it to, you could print something off, type it on the computer and print off some strips there as well if you want, but mine's just going to have this decorative paper. So I am now going to use the Calcott all-purpose construction glue, because that's going to dry nice and hard. They're all done. Some are fine, but there is the odd one. I'm just going to trim a little bit off the end of the wrapper. It doesn't affect it at all. It's still sealed, but it just takes that little bit of bulk off. I said that one there is fine. So I think the ends are just a little bit more. And I find if I put it in so it's backwards, you know, so that the design is facing away from you, because with that packaging facing away, it allows for that to slide in. It doesn't catch on it. So yeah, that actually does make a difference. So if you've got any of these chocolate bars, you know, even if it's not the gingerbread this size, then I would just snip a little bit off. It makes quite a big difference. There we go. Again, if I pop it in that way, yeah, loads better. So next I'm going to make the case. You want this piece here, which is 6 by 7 5/8 inch. So along the 6 inch side, you want to score it 3 1/8 and 5 3/8. So you're going to have this tab piece, and that's where we're going to attach this. And then pop it along the 7 5/8 side, and you're going to score it 1/2 inch and at 7 1/8. Okay, then we've got this piece here, which is 3 1/8 by 6 5/8. And that's going to be, yeah, the size there. Although, is it the same card? Yeah, no, it is the same. I think I've got some from different packs, so the batch numbers are slightly different, but I think that is the same one. So yeah, next, if you fold and burnish all of the score lines, And then we're going to cut up this one here. So I've got that tab on my right hand side, and then we're going to cut up that one, so that one's freed. Flip it so you're working on the opposite and just do the same again. So just cut up those two there, because what's going to happen is that's going to stick over that one. That can go over the top or under. I'd probably have it, yeah, have them both under that one. And then you can see this one's going to attach, yeah, have it over there. But you can see where we're going now with this case. You can see that already wraps around. And then we're going to have our side piece, which I'll give you the measurements and we'll score that next. And then the top piece is there. So the side panels, the 3 1/8 again by 7 5/8. And you're going to score at 1/2 inch and then at 7 1/8. So we've got a 1/2 inch section. Just fold and burnish. So as we bring up these here, this is going to hug around, and I would also stick that underneath there as well, because that's going to be at the back. You can see we've got the case coming together there. So first of all, do it step by step. I would add, so you've got that tab on the heart on the left here, add a little glue there and just stick that one the corner there, and just make sure you've got a nice right angle. You may, I'm just going to take that off, you may want to take a little bit off the corners here, just to really ensure that we don't have anything overhanging the sides there. So again, I just might add a little bit of glue again there. And just focus on that right angle. Then we'll come down to this end. And again, you can see I've got the score line left on there, so I'm just going to take that little bit off there. Again, just line that one up. Okay, I think I'm going to change this, and these end bits here I'm going to cut away on an angle like that. And then I'm going to add my glue over all of this section here. And then I'm going to stick this one, so you've got the tabs overhanging each end. Otherwise it's going to be too much bulk in that corner. And now we can add the glue and stick down those corners just like you did the other ones. Just a little bit there. Just spread it out a little bit. And what you can do to ensure that you're going to get, again, that angle right, is if you put the boxes all in there, you can use that to push against now. So I can push that box right up into the corner, and it also just guarantees that they're all going to fit in that case. So you can see I can really push up there like so, and then again here, bring that up like so, add a little glue in there, and then just sit that one down. Then you'll want these two pieces here, which are 2 1/4 by 3 1/8, and they are now going to sit on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to use the Calcott glue, and in fact I'm going to take the boxes out just to make sure I don't get any glue on the tops of those, but I'm going to add this now to those 3 sides and do the same with the bottom. Once it's dry, we'll add our mats and layers, and that's again going to really strengthen the box. So that's everything all stuck down. I've also started to stick down the pattern paper on the box and on the back here. So you're going to want to cut yourself 2 pieces of 2 7/8 by 6 1/2. Is that? What did I can't see what I've cut there. 6 3/8. So 2 pieces, and then this piece is 2 by 6 3/8. And then I've got these 2 pieces for the top here, and these measure 2 by 2 7/8. And then what I've also got is this here, and I've started to wrap it to make a belly band. So I've just got, this is just a long piece, well it's A4 length, so it's 11 3/4, 11 1/2, even 11 will be fine. And you just want to wrap it around. I didn't score this, I've literally just wrapped it all. You can see there, in fact I'm going to have that at the back, so there's a bit of a mark, although no, I'll cover that mark. So I'm going to just stick that together, stick those on the top and the bottom, and then I've also got this piece here which I've stamped a gift for under the tree, and this one is from the Helen Griffin. It's called Christmas Sentiment Stamp Set. It's got some really nice ones, so I'm going to stick that one there. And then I've got these little bristle brush trees, and I'm thinking about having a few of them on the top. We will see. I've been thinking loads. It's taken me probably longer to do this little bit of decoration than it has the whole box. So I'm going to get this all stuck down. So I've stuck all that down, and I've also covered the other side. So it was another piece of that size, which I think I gave, which was 3 by 2. And then these two pieces here are 2 by 2. Next, I'm going to finish it with these on top. I think they work really well with this kitsch style paper, but I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue onto the bottom there. So that's those stuck down. I think they finish it off quite nicely. It goes really well with the kitsch theme paper. I also like the belly band further down. It looks like a little holder. I think that looks quite cool, so maybe you want to do something like that. But you also don't have to have the card. You could have ribbon just around there if you wanted to. And another thing I thought, I mean, I don't think I really need to because they kind of just slide out. But if you find that yours don't come out very well, then get yourself a punch. I've got this one at hand, but I've got a plain one, and just punch 2 little semicircles out, or squares. You could even cut little triangle shapes if you don't have punches. Just then there's a little finger pull area for people to be able to, you know, access them easily. But like I said, mine seem to be okay as they are. Like so. And that one's going to go in from the bottom because I've got the trees now on the top. There we go. So you can put a gift tag and everything on there if you want, but mine's just going to be added to the hamper that I'm putting together, so I don't need to add anything more onto this one. So as always, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this fun little box tutorial, just ways to make a chocolate bar look a little bit more special. But yeah, that will fit other things in there as well. It doesn't have to be the chocolates that I've shared, or any, you know, or chocolates at all. It could be some smaller gifts that you might find. Check out the tutorials that are coming up now. I'll share some more of the chocolate ones, and the playlist that I mentioned at the beginning should have popped up along the video as well. And if you haven't subscribed and you've enjoyed today's tutorial, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I upload something new. And check out the playlist because I have over 1,000 tutorials, so there's so much inspiration there as well for you to enjoy. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.